He was beloved on TV, radio, even making his rise in politics before his dramatic fall from grace. Now out of prison, Charles Pugh is speaking out.
It's embarrassing to have a public misstep, and when you know that you're letting down a lot of people.
Charles Pugh is returning to public life after spending 5.5 years in a Michigan prison. The former WJBK TV reporter was convicted in 2016 on 2 felony counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct with a child under 16.
I know that there were a lot of people who believed in me and prayed for me and loved me and supported me. So I owe it to the community to talk about the anatomy of growth and learning from your mistakes.
The TV news personality entered into politics and was elected as Detroit City Council president in 2009. He became mysteriously absent from his elected position and ultimately fled the city amid allegations of inappropriate relations with another young man whom he first mentored when he was a teen in high school. He says his wrongdoings are a lesson learned and had a lot of time behind prison bars to examine his choices.
When you fall, you don't have to stay down. You get back up, you dust yourself off, you learn why you stumbled in the first place, and then you move forward as a better, stronger person and share your mistakes with people.
Pugh said he is ready to talk about his shortcomings to help others while also moving forward with his life.
For me, I believe in restorative justice. I believe when people commit crimes, or even if they don't necessarily commit a crime but do something wrong, that they should be allowed to correct that mistake and to come back to the community and get a job, start a business, reintegrate, find either a church home. Focus your life on correct principles.
Pugh says correcting his life's direction is what will be his focus now. Released from prison late last year, he is currently serving a 2-year parole, must wear tether for 6 months, and is now on the Michigan Sex Offender Registry.
It's important to me to reestablish myself in the community that I love and to show that all of us, even when you do wrong, you serve time perhaps, you should be allowed to come back. Come back, reestablish yourself, and move forward together as a community, because nobody's worth throwing away, not one person.
From drug dealers to men with anger management and mental health issues, during his time in prison, Pugh talked about getting to know the personal stories of his fellow inmates, their dreams, skills, and talent. His inspiration to them is what drove him to get through his own ordeal.
I took on the role not as a victim because I was in prison. No, I flipped it. I took on the role as a leader because we can be a leader every place we go. And so I learned from them that we all have talents and we all have things that we need to show people that they may not know they have, and to encourage people to do more and be more.
Despite his once leadership role of Detroit's legislative body, he doesn't plan to get back into politics anytime soon.
The reality is there are people in the community who are doing huge things and have never been elected. So I want to be one of those people.
Meanwhile, Pugh plans to partner with his Murray Wright High School friend, Reggie Davis.
Yeah, Charles and I talked about this type of thing in the hallways of Murray Wright. They did the same thing. One day we're going to do our thing in broadcasting. We lit up the school. We were the 2 cats that everybody knew, radio TV guys, just from day one. And we just said, look, let's make this pact. Let's show Detroiters, young black kids in Detroit, that you can no matter what.
Fast forward years later, the pair are making a return to broadcasting along with other beloved Detroit radio veterans such as Coco, Foolish, and Shawnee D.
Like, those are names that you've listened to for years and you've become to trust and know and believe in and learn from and laugh with. Right? So that's what we want to do.
It's the Grown Folks Radio Network, which will launch 5 new internet radio podcast stations this year. It will introduce its first of 5 urban formats this week with the introduction of the hip-hop format of ReggieRegRadio.com.
So this was actually inevitable for us to come together at this particular time. This would be a waste of a good human being for us to, he comes home and we throw him to the side and silence him and that kind of thing. No.
That's why we're back, because we're missed and we're needed.
Yeah.
Hell, we miss ourselves.
Right.
I miss you on the radio, Ray.
Well, even though.
Now, aside from radio, Pugh does plan to start a business that will employ people, and as he says, will create significant amount of revenue. He declined to specify what those current business plans are. Andre Ash, Michigan Chronicle.